today I have some amazing books to share with you. These two books that I've had for a very long time, since I was maybe a little girl, and I just wanted to show them off and share them with you. This first one that I have is my all-time favorite book. It's called House Above the Trees by Ethel Cook Elliott, and it's about this little girl who gets lost in the woods, and these fairies help her out, and she has a great time meeting friends and hanging out with this lady called Tree Mother. I won't read you the whole thing, but it has these awesome illustrations that are so fun to look at. I love them. And so this book is kind of where I got my interest in drawing and fairies and fantasy things and just getting excited about like magical creatures. But the illustrations in this book are just wonderful, and I wanted to share them with you. But anyway, kind of playing off that fairy theme is one of my other favorite books called Fairies of the Trees. And this is a little collection of poems that I got from one of my very favorite people, one of these ladies at church. Actually, she signed the inside of this in 2004. That's where I got this book for Christmas. Oh my goodness, that's a while ago. But anyway, I wanted to share some of these fairy poems with you. Each one of these poems is written about a tree, and each tree has a specific kind of fairy that lives in it. So when I was little, I would always look up in the trees, like wondering where I could see fairies and fairy nests, and it was the best thing to go walking around the woods and see if I could find a little magic hiding up in those trees. But anyway, let's read a few of these stories that are about trees that you might see around your house. The first one I want to share with you is the willow tree. And the willow tree, lilacs. Lilacs we kind of have around here sometimes. You might see those around. But the willow tree is one of my favorites. Let's see if I can find that one. Poplar, mulberry. I just love how much character she puts into these little fairy drawings, and the detail of the leaves. Oh my goodness, it makes me so happy. Here's that willow. Let's read it, shall we? Willow. By the peaceful stream or the shady pool, I dip my leaves in the water cool. Over the water I lean all day, where the sticklebacks and minnows play. I dance. When I dance, the breezes blow, and I dip my toes in the stream below. And there she is, dipping her toes right in the water, because a lot of times willow trees are right by ponds or rivers. Another one that I think we should take a look at, pine tree. A tall, tall tree is the pine tree, with its trunk of bright red brown, the red of the merry squirrels who go scampering up and down. There are cones on the tall, tall pine tree, with its needles sharp and green. Small seeds in the cones are hidden, and they ripen there unseen. The elves play games with the squirrels at the top of the tall, tall tree, throwing cones for squirrels to nibble. I wish I were there to see. I think that sounds like a really playful fairy. I bet you could try and see some of those while you're walking in the woods. All right, last one. Let's see. Yes, the silver birch fairy. Here we go. There's a gentle tree with satiny bark, all silver white, and upon it dark is many a crosswise line and mark. She's a tree, there's no mistaking. The birch is this light and lovely tree, and as light and lovely still is she when the summer's time has come to flee, as she was at spring's awakening. She has new birch catkins, small and tight, though the old ones scatter and take their flight. Little leaves all yellow and bright, in the autumn winds are shaking. With fluttering wings and hands that cling, the fairies play and the fairies swing. on fine thin wings that will toss and spring, with never a fear of breaking. Now that word, catkins, I think that's just another word for those pine cones, just like on a pine tree, but those are the things that holds the seeds, so the trees can make more trees. Thanks so much for listening to some of my fairy poems. Oh, that brought me down a trip down memory lane. I love that. Go outside and see if you can find some of those fairies playing around up in the trees. Have a good one, everybody. I'll talk to you later.